taking a video of the gameplay in Pharaoh's Curse. Right now we have the sliding door open. Guests enter the room. Sliding puzzle on the wall. Puzzle pieces move. When sliding puzzle is complete, it will make a bird symbol. They also find a scroll that the guard is holding, but they cannot decipher it because they don't know what the code is to get the right orders to decipher it. Throughout the room, they will find 4 beetle tiles. We have one sitting here. It's not used for it. Might throw them off a little bit because there's a beetle on it. But they will find 4 beetle tiles. We just hide them around the room. A good spot is on top of the tomb right here. Once they get all 4 tiles on top of the beetle column, this column will open up, giving them an urn. The other urn is just hid in the room. When 2 urns go on top of the mummy's tomb, soon as they are both placed, either or, doesn't matter where they are, the drop window will drop, revealing a mummy. The great Pharaoh will say, "I see you've met one of my followers." There's a key in his mouth on a rope. That key will reach this lockbox, the only lock that's within reach. When they unlock that lockbox, they will get a little box that says the word, there's a decoder on there, P equals the I symbol. When they find the I symbol and set it to letter P, they can now decipher the scroll, and they can read the top of the spin box that says spin. They spin the box, they take the key out of it. The key will unlock the glass skull. When the glass skull is taken out and placed on top of that pediment, the door will open. Now they have access to the second room. They will first notice right off the bat the 6 tiles and their shape on top of the mummy's tomb. So they will grab all their pieces and go to the top of the tomb. They realize they don't have all the pieces. They will come back into the first room, scavenging for them. And there they will find a vase that is filled with snakes. One of them has a key on it that will open that lock box. In there they will get 2 more of the pieces, and one is just loosely in a box they find pretty quick. Now they have all 6 tiles, and it takes them some time to realize they need the order from the puzzle. So if they didn't finish it, they have to come back in here and finish the puzzle. They also notice the 2 columns, and they rotate. They move. And if they would have deciphered the scroll, they would have 2 lines of words saying turtle, cat, cross, scorpion, whatever they are. And they would put the 2, they have to line them up perfectly because they cannot move the top one or the bottom one. Once they're lined up, then we'll open a lock box, giving them some moon blocks and some tiles. Once they get the 6 pieces on top of the mummy's tomb right, it will open this lock box. Now they have more moon blocks. Once they have all the moon blocks, some sitting around this room, and they're lined up, they can work, we call the tomb toaster, or the 4 levers. There will be so many, they raise the levers to say 4, 2, 6, 3, will activate the light up tiles. And they will not be activated until that is done. Now they're lit up. They will run their hand over the face of them or slightly push on them. There's a sensor, picks up their hand. Now they don't know what they do until they take the tile plate, which is in this box. We hide it on the side. And some little tiles out of here has these 4 symbols on them. And they have to match them up, which gives them the order, how many times they need pressed. Say it might be 2, 6, 1, 5. Once them are pressed in the right order, the sarcophagus will open. Once that opens, there's 2 pieces of driftwood. There's 6 symbols on them. They will realize there are symbols on top of the mummy's tomb. They must touch them with their hand. Once they touch them, it makes a sound. They have to do them in the right order. A lot of times they have the wood upside down, and then they do it backwards. They have to do the right order. Once they hit them each one time, the mummy's tomb will open. Once the mummy's tomb opens, they see the great pharaoh laying there and the Ankh key he's giving you. They then take the Ankh key until the first room, place it onto this piece, and when they turn it, then plays Walk Like an Egyptian. At that time, we come in, congratulate them, and take a picture for them. So other video, just so you see what's all in the room here. Things on the wall. There's these skylights that are just beautiful Egyptian lights, setting the mood perfectly with the flicker lights in them. There's 6 in this room. There is 2 in this room. This room has a lot more light in it. And again, can lights are just simple lights with the LED bulbs in them. We're using a lot of orange lights, so it's not too bright, but has a good ambient light effect. So we have one up here that's really lighting the top of the tomb up so they can see the gems on top of it. So they don't have to use their light or anything like that. There's 4 lights in here, 3 lights in this room. Things on the wall are just plaques. We put them where we thought they looked good. Couple over here. There's also a couple plaques, one over here. They don't do anything. They're just pieces, but they will be looking at them to see, maybe counting 3 mummies in them, things like that. Another nice big piece here. See what else in the room here we can show you. The 2 big mummy guards just appear. They're holding this header up. These are all fiberglass, very strong. Very strong, very durable pieces. And that is the mummy room. And then let's see if I can get here, the panels in the second room. So the first room has a total of 14.5 panels. That is counting the one that is framed in around the door. That's a standard 36-inch by 80-inch door. And then it's cut out perfectly for that. But this room has 14.5 panels on the walls, and it has 4 panels on the ceiling. The second room has 8 panels on the wall. The back wall doesn't have any because this fully fills it. And it has 3 panels on the ceiling. Side panels, these are all very thin wood, and they're just screwed in up here with rope lights behind them. The same as this room here. And that wraps up the mummy's tomb escape room. Great Pharaoh will light up. The eyes light up once the game starts. The mouth will move if you want to add an air compressor to it as they give the clues that are on the game screen. Countdown clock will start fresh once the game has started.